Hi students, in this video we are going to walk through how to use DocHub to complete an assignment. Specifically, we are going to be completing an assignment in Arabic. So we're also going to be using the Arabic keyboard on our district issued Chromebook. In order to do this, you will first want to navigate to the assignment that your teacher has given you. I just have a demo assignment for the purpose of this tutorial. And in this demo assignment, the teacher has attached a PDF for me to complete. The first thing I want to do is click on the PDF. And once I click on it, I want to select Open with DocHub. As the PDF is opening with DocHub, I am going to want to ensure that my keyboard, my Arabic keyboard, is set up and ready to go. Now, if you haven't used your Arabic keyboard before, you may need to set it up. This is a one-time thing, and then once you have it set up, you shouldn't need to go back and do this every single time you need access. So we're going to click on the time and select the gear for settings. When our settings load, we are going to simply just search for keyboard and hit enter. When it loads our keyboard options, you are going to want to scroll to the bottom and click Change Language and Input Settings. And you'll notice I already have Arabic on here. Under Input Method, you are going to want to make sure you see the Arabic keyboard. If you do not see the Arabic keyboard under Input Method, you want to select Manage Input Methods and then scroll all the way to the bottom and check the Arabic keyboard. If you know more about Arabic keyboards and want to use the transliteration, you can also use this as well. The Arabic keyboard will provide the Arabic characters and symbols, and the transliteration will use the English characters to convert to Arabic. So once we have the keyboard set up, we just have our traditional Arabic keyboard. We're going to close out of that. And then in our input settings, we are going to be turning on two things. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to change our keyboard to Arabic. You do this by clicking the time and selecting keyboard, making sure that it says AR, that is the code for Arabic. Now, if I were to start typing at this point and add a text box into my DocHub document, you'll notice that it is typing in the direction that we type Arabic. However, I don't know which characters are which. So if you are not familiar with which characters on your keyboard are the Arabic keyboard keys, you can come up to click your time, select accessibility, and then scroll down to turn on the on-screen keyboard. When you turn on the on-screen keyboard and you begin typing, you will notice that all of your Arabic keys now pop up on the screen and you can click on them to type. When you need to type for your next question, you'll simply drag your cursor to make another text box and go ahead and type here. If I scroll up to the very top of my document, you'll notice that I am on the Add Text tool. If I click to turn off the Add Text tool or select my arrow, my text will look more permanent. If I need to edit my text, I can click on it at any time. And if I need to add a new text box, I can click the A and drag in the space where I need to add the new text box. When I am finished with my document and all of my blanks have been completed and I followed any directions left from my teacher, I will want to probably turn off my keyboard so it doesn't get in the way. To turn off your on-screen keyboard, you can use the drop-down. You can also click on the time, select accessibility, and then just click the checkbox to turn it off. Once you have Arabic set up for your keyboard, you can also turn it back to a US keyboard by clicking on keyboard and then selecting US, and you'll notice it says US down here in the bottom corner. You will not need to ever go back in the settings in order to reset up things unless if you get a completely new device. Now, once you are finished with your entire document and you are ready to turn it in for the teacher to grade, there are two things you need to do. The first thing you need to do is come up and click the download export button and just select Google Drive. I know there's a Google Classroom button here. We are going to ignore that. You can give it a name, whatever name you want to give it. I might even call this complete, or put my name in it, whatever thing my teacher has asked, and I'm going to select export to Drive. Once this is exported in Drive, I can click OK, and I will click back over to Google Classroom, and here's where I will add my document from Google Drive. It should pull it up because I just worked on it. I can even see where I had filled in the first two lines. I select this and select Insert. Doing this allows my teacher to see my final copy of my PDF, and then I click Turn In and turn in again. Once you're done, your teacher should be able to review your final copy and provide you feedback on how you've done.